Evening, everybody. Welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have.
Hi, I'm Cole, and I'm black as hell playing Olaroon Dawnseeker, your black as hell ASMR Paladin Warlock.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm playing Sarai Landir, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Maz. I'll be playing Tauroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Alcoholic. Scout. Yeah, that's what I meant.
And I'm Kez, and I'm going to be playing Treasure, the Tiefling Fighter.
All right, guys. A couple of real quick announcements before we get started. Today, I'm getting the feeling that's one of them coming at me right now. Yep. So we are going to. We're back to our sort of normal schedules today. We've got Disasters and Danger today. We've got Storm King's Thunder tomorrow, and trying to get back into prepping some new games. I do feel a little bad. I'm sorry. Since September, I've just been a bit off. So we're gonna get back into working on some new shows for you guys. So thank you for your patience. If you guys don't know, A to Z Monstrosities is for our patrons, and we're working through the monster manual, making mythic encounters out of every entry. We finished Angels up. Those have some nice NPCs from our original game, namely Michael, and his entire progression, which is really cool. Last week we also did animated armor, but instead of just doing a traditional like blank suit of animated armor, we made an artifact. We made a artifact suit of armor, and if you were part of the Patreon, you would get access to that as well. But just to let you guys know what it was that was made. Nope, wrong. I pushed the wrong button. I can push the right ones. I know how to do this. There it is, my homebrew creations. That is the armor of the Undying Soldier. So in case you didn't know this, it's a brand new artifact we made specifically. It's a super armor suit for fighters, basically. And we made a monster out of it after that. And we're doing the same thing this week. But I say it on Disasters because this week, instead of doing a normal flying sword, or pulling one of the already made artifacts from the DMG, instead of pulling like a sentient sword from there, we're going to be using Bloodburner. So you'll get a sneak preview of the stats for Bloodburner and for an encounter fighting Bloodburner. So if you're a part of the Patreon and you want to watch that show, head on over there. The details should be there. Check it out. Speaking of Patreon, we get to 30 patrons. Kez is going to do another art giveaway, full body color with no background. And we've got some other cool things. We continue to revamp that. So, yeah. That's what I got. Anybody else got an announcement to make? Okay. Well, before I do this, let me try. The music's always going to be a struggle for me. Here we go. I think that's the right level for it to be heard, not overbearing, and hopefully not disruptive. So let's get into it. Our adventure takes place in the lands of Lickdrock, lands without gods, lands of myth and legend, lands where fates are written in blood. Our heroes, members of the Magnus Exploratorium, are making their way across the country to the Forge, but they stopped in 4 Point Farms, and they have met a Daven Watcher, someone created by ancient gods that predate modern civilization, who left behind ancient eldritch mysteries, and one such is a biomancer's lab that has come into conflict with a hive of Kruthiks. And so, with the assistance of one Dr. T. Burns, our group is preparing to try to assault the Kruthic Hive. We're going to pick up a couple of days later. You guys have traveled. Well, you're actually at point 3 of the farms. You're traveling to point 2. It's like a 2-day journey. So we can pick up any time in that process. There's not much to buy at the farms. I don't think you guys necessarily needed more equipment, but you guys do have a little bit of time before you get into the cave dungeon diving stuff. So, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Did we bring that NPC girl?
Raven.
Raven?
Raven. No.
Did you want to bring Raven?
I'm just wondering if we did. Or is she going to be on the talking squad?
Raven has very little interest in Kruthics. She was promised to look at a lab, and
Well, then that answers that.
you can attempt to bring her if you would like, but she'll drag her feet the whole time. If you
God, I want to bring her now.
if you really want an angsty teen with you the whole trip, I suppose you could.
You tempt me with a good
Take a
time.
Sonic.
Let's do this.
Take a Sonic Teenage Warhead the entire way.
Eric, your mic is just a little quiet for me. Can you?
Oh, yes, I can. In just a moment.
Cool. While he is
How's
doing
this?
better. That's better. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Any other ideas? Anything else you guys want to prepare or do? Look at me, camera. There you go.
Yeah, something that Tauroth would probably be doing just pretty much in his off time is still just kind of learning how to play cards from Treasure and trying to figure out how she's cheating at the rules
Okay.
to try to learn more how to play.
Okay, these are those fate cards.
Yes, and also kind of using it to try to get proficiency with it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm at 2 weeks out of 10. I'm not sure if there'd be any more. Although we figure that she's using this to pay off her tab. So
Okay, sounds good. Roll me a percentile for fun. Let's see what that says.
Both of us, or
Just Tauroth. He's the one working on proficiency. That's more what I'm interested in. If you guys want to roll to see like who wins, you can. But I'm taking.
oh no, I'm 100% cheating.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got a 64.
A 64. Okay. Yeah, nothing special, but you are starting to see, the longer you spend with the cards, you start to see some more like subtleties in them, starting to pick up. It's like when you have a pack of old like Hoyle traditional playing cards, you notice like, oh, look at the hearts and the ribbons and the trim, and you're starting to pick up small details like that. So yeah, it's not quite proficiency yet, but it is of interest to be sure.
So, about how long do we have for travel to the Kruthic's lair?
2 days. About
2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So probably during one of those days when we're camped by the fire, I'm probably gonna go up to Sirach.
Yeah, let me find you guys campfire music rather than the creepy Underdark music. You're good. Go ahead. Keep going. I'll work on this.
Yeah. No, I'll go up to, Sirach, could I talk to you for a brief second?
Sure. What's going on?
I had some questions. I've decided to do like I don't know, like independent research, if you will.
Ooh, what are we studying?
It's kind of like an anthropological study, if you will. I'm trying to look up the mating customs of different cultures. And I was wondering if you could enlighten me on some of the things that, maybe Aarakocra do to try and find that special someone.
Ah! Ha ha ha! Oh boy! I look around. Is there anywhere we could go that's a little bit more secluded?
Yeah, you guys can go into the maze, literally the corn maze, or I don't know, beanstalks. Sure, there's plants. You can go hide in some vegetation.
All
You
right.
children of the corn, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, follow me! Follow me!
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Okay, off you guys go.
So the first thing that's going to happen as we get to a slightly more secluded place, Sirach is going to take off his like cloak that he's been wearing, and he's going to stretch out the wings. The wings get real stretched out, and you kind of, it's weird. He's always been like pretty short, but you see him kind of stand up, and it's just a little bit straighter, and everything's like a little bit more postured.
Have you been slouching this whole time?
Oh, don't worry about it. I fly. So here's what you gotta do for Aarakocras.
And as he's saying this, I take out like a notebook and I start like getting ready to write.
So the first thing you have to do is you have to let them know you're interested, right? Because you can't you can't just show up on a person and just like, try to force yourself. That's rude. So what you need to do is you need to let them know you're interested. And the way we do that is, I guess to you it would sound a bit like a screech, but you have to make a yell. You have to yell at them to get their attention.
Yell at them.
Yeah,
Get attention.
And now what's going to happen immediately after you yell? They're going to yell back, and that's kind of that's the beginning of the dance. Now, it is a dance.
Man.
That's what you have to be aware of.
Not the most like.
Don't worry, it's a pretty easy dance. Usually this happens like in the air or sometimes on trees, but like what you're doing is you hop to the branch they're on. And then there.
What if they're not on a branch?
Well, just like hop closer to they are.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
So like if you were her, I'd do like one of these and I like hop a little bit closer.
So I step to the side to the point where we are like catty corner, and so you hop and then you hop adjacent to you hop so you're like on the same level as I am. Yeah, just like that. And then what she's gonna do, she's probably gonna like turn around and she's gonna hop away and be like, nah, I don't want you. And what you gotta do, you gotta turn around and you hop to the point now you're parallel again. This goes on for maybe a good 5, 10, 15 hours, minutes. And each time with the hops, you kind of hop a little bit closer, if you know what I mean. Just like a few inches at a time. You don't want to overextend this thing. Now, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get to a point where you get real close. Now, she's gonna realize what's going on at this point. It's fairly clear what's happening, and that's the point you have to present. And it's at this point, the feathers that make up the slight crown of this cockatiel's head rise up into almost a mohawk type fashion, and the wings kind of like come up in like a presentory sort of thing, and the chest puffs out a little bit, and at that point, once that's all happened, you just look good.
He's like I'm furiously taking notes. I'm like, okay, 15 minutes of hopping, presenting. Okay. Right. Can't forget. Start by yelling at her. Okay.
Very important.
So it goes. So the process is yelling, hopping, then presenting, and then it's just all academic from there, right?
I mean, it's the birds and the birds. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Can I ask you a favor, Sirach?
Sure.
So I can't exactly do the whole feather thing.
Right? It looks good, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. I gotta say, I'm pretty jealous. I wish I could do something like that. Could I And if this is too forward, please feel free to say no. But could I like borrow some of your feathers to like fashion into a rudimentary like headdress?
Oliver, you're pretty smart, aren't you?
Decently.
Okay, you know how feathers work. You can't exactly give them back. Borrowing isn't really the question you should be asking.
You're right. Could I
And
have?
considering what... And it's at this point he's going to realize that he's just told you exactly how Aarakocra mating rituals work, and that you are now asking for something that is part of the Aarakocra mating ritual, and he's going to go, and you got... Hey, what do you need them for this academic research?
No real reason. There's nothing involved. It's more, like I said, it's more like an anthropological study, and you can see he's really like kind of like looking down at the ground and like not really, like not really looking at you.
Kind of gonna get lower if that's possible, just kind of to kind of match his eyes and be like, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just, you know, just kind of hanging out, trying to, you know, just trying to hang out with my friend here. You know, you. And he kind of gives you like an awkward thumbs up.
And you see Sirach's just kind of doing some math in his head, and he's gonna say, yeah, we can get some feathers for you. We can, we could probably stitch that together and make a good little headdress for you."
You know what, Sirach, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Of course, I gave Saride some feathers earlier a while back, so I don't see why I shouldn't give you some feathers. I mean, she did some useful magic. I'm sure you're going to do something real useful with them too, right?
Yeah. I that's the plan.
I like plans.
Yeah. You know, they're a necessity for well, just about anything in life succeeding.
Sorry, I just looked over to the chat, and the last thing that's on the chat broke me for a second. All right, yeah, we'll get that taken care of for you. You're probably gonna want to go for this. It's not the most. It's I haven't dropped any feathers recently, so I'm gonna have to get these the old-fashioned way.
What? There's an old-fashioned way?
You're probably gonna want to go.
What's happening? Are you gonna be do you need like assistance? Is everything okay?
Look, I'm a grown bird. I can pluck my own feathers.
I mean, all right. And then all right. Anyway, thank you for the information and the eventual feathers. I appreciate it more than you can know. And then I'll kind of like leave him to pluck his own feathers. I feel like that's a euphemism for masturbation, but I don't know if that's just me.
Okay. The rest of the night passes. I won't say without incident, but we will leave that be for now. The next day, you guys are continuing traveling on. Is there anything else you would like to do tomorrow? You guys hit Kruthic town, Kruthic territory.
Night 2.
Night 2. Okay.
So, Olaroon will attempt to find Saride.
I mean, you're all traveling together. It's not hard unless she's actively hiding.
She goes off and does her Saride thing on a regular basis. So, or should I?
She's been sticking with Stitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll try to find her. Miss Saride, can I speak with you briefly?
Yes, of course. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. For the most part. I had a question for you, if that's okay.
Of course. Anything.
So like, you and like Mr. Thozen, right? When that happened, like, how did you guys like know that you liked each other?
What exactly are you asking?
Like
how? What?
Mr. Hyde, I'm trying to get a girl to like me, and I don't know how to do it.
Oh, she'll pull him in for a hug. Oh, honey, that's she'll slip into Elvish. That's very different from what it is Thozen and I are doing. But all right. Well, who's the girl?
I mean, it's not really all that important.
Oh, yes, it is. No, it absolutely is.
Can I don't really want to talk about it. It's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's just, she's very different from me. And, you know, I was told by Tauroth to try and find some common ground, right? And it's kind of weird because we don't really have a ton into common, except for, like, beating people up, I guess. And Sirach taught me an Aarakocra mating ritual that I was thinking about implementing in this case. So I'm just trying to, like, figure out the best plan of attack, if you will.
Boy, there's a lot to unpack there, isn't there? Man. Does he speak Elvish or Sylvan? Olrun, does he speak Elven or Sylvan?
Celestial common and undercommon.
She's slipping into Elven and cursing your parents for doing such a shitty job.
Which, to me, I'm pretty sure Elven, much like Japanese, doesn't have actual curse words, right? I think it's really just like, your soul is slightly dimmer than it should be. How dare you exist upon this mortal plane? Right? Like it has to be. It has to be something that's just like, oh, your parents of dull and diminished nature, right? Like it's.
You part your hair on the left when continental is what your employers prefer.
Yeah, right. It's something. I apologize.
God,
please continue.
No, that's there's just this long stream of something very lyrical that's very much the fuck that this guy's parents do. All right. Well, first of all, the price for my advice is that you promise never to repeat what I'm about to say. But Tauroth was right.
I'm
right.
sorry,
No, I know. Like, initially, your first reaction is just a knee jerk. Absolutely not. Reject it from your body. I get it. I get that impulse.
Yeah.
But if
that's literally what we've been doing this whole time.
And again, the price for my help is your complicit silence on this. I'm rethinking that. I think we may have been judging Tauroth a bit too harshly. He's not well put together, and he is an ass.
Yes.
That will never change, I have a feeling, but he's not stupid. And as much as it God physically pains me to say it, he's not always wrong. Like in this particular instance, the girl that you're trying to get, is she an Aarakocra?
No.
All right. Does she like Aarakocra? Does she study them, or was she raised by them, perhaps?
She knows one, and she seems to be decent friends with them.
All right. Well, I think then perhaps Sirach's really wonderful mating suggestions, maybe not the best for just like a first date sort of a foray. Not that I don't want to.
And I whip out the notebook and immediately start being like, maybe not first date idea.
Darling, are you taking notes right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Here, sit down with me. She'll take his hands and sit crisscross applesauce.
he is sitting crisscross applesauce, just kind of like looking up at her, like hands in his, like.
All right, tell me, what do you like about her?
Well, she is really funny. She's really pretty. She is really confident, which is great in some aspects and not great in some others. But I don't know. It just, she makes me feel like I can actually be somebody.
Oh, Fanon. All right. Well, then forget what everyone's told you and all of the notes. My God, please don't pull out the notebook.
I slowly put it back in my pack.
I know it's hard.
I'm sorry. This just goes against everything that I've been taught.
I know. But when it comes to things like this, it's not academic.
I'm sorry. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I know. So I'm going to say some more things that aren't going to make sense, and they're going to make you really uncomfortable and probably a little sad. You're going to make mistakes. It happens. I know, and I can already hear your heart breaking about it. You are going to embarrass yourself. You're going to say something wrong, or you're going to say it at the wrong time, or you're going to misunderstand something, or you're going to catch her looking at someone else or laughing at someone else's jokes, and your heart's going to feel like it's being stabbed with ice.
This is all sounding terrible.
And it is. It absolutely is. But you feel those things because you're alive, and because you feel the other things too. If she didn't matter to you, then you wouldn't care. Like, for example, I know that you care about me, right?
Of course.
But like not in that way.
Oh, no.
Right. So when I, hold hands with Mr. Thosen or something like that, if we ever did, it wouldn't hurt, would it?
No.
But say you saw this mystery girl holding hands with, say, Tauroth. That would hurt, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just hypotheticals. Or even with Stitch. Or with Sirach. I mean, he's clearly a master of seduction.
Clearly, of course. He taught me the whole thing. He's clearly done this before.
I heard there's a dance. That's
there's a dance. There's presenting, and like I'll straighten up a little bit and like take my hand and just do like something like that.
Wowee, if I weren't me, I'd be yours. Absolutely. After that show, my goodness.
I know you're trying to make me feel better, but please don't say that again.
I'm sorry. I'm just this is the only real bit of advice I can offer, other than the thing that we're not going to talk about, which is Tauroth was right. If you like her, and it sounds like you do, and she sounds quite wonderful, by the way.
I certainly think so.
Enjoy that. You don't have to marry her right now. You don't have to lock her down or do any of the other stuff that people do. I mean, you can if you want to, and maybe when both of you agree to it and you're comfortable, but if you like her, and if looking at her makes your insides feel like a song, then revel in that, Olaroon. You so rarely get to feel that. Like, really feel it from your toes to the ends of your hair. It's wonderful. So my advice is to put your notebook away and go back to the fire and enjoy her company. If she's by the fire, that is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. She's not. Is Treasure by the fire?
And I place a trap card face down.
She's not by the fire at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Where in the hell did that trap card come from? I don't remember one of those in the deck, and damn, why does my ear keep ringing?
Go have a good time. Maybe someone can teach you how to play cards. I hear it's fun.
Yeah. Something. Mr. Ride,
Yes.
will you help me write a song?
I would absolutely love to. Maybe not tonight. Maybe once we're done with the crucifix.
Oh, yeah, of course. Clearly not tonight, but I just think something you said just kind of stuck in my head.
I would be honored, darling.
Thanks. Then I'll walk over to Tauroth and Treasure. I'll be like, Tauroth, are you losing again?
Nah, I think I'm finally picking up on this game. Got to keep my pants this time. Lost my shirt though.
The
Wait,
shirt is
what?
totally in Treasure's horns.
Why are we playing for? You know what?
I can deal you in.
Fine. And then I'll just sit down and try and learn this game for the rest of the night.
Sarad's gonna go find those in.
Okay. The next day, you guys are making your way near the town. You don't need to go into the second point. Burns is with you guys and is sort of leading you around, and he's not doing a really wonderful job. For anybody that doesn't know, Dr. T. Burns is a Daven Watcher. He is purple-skinned, and along the outside of his arms are sort of gold-etched kind of ley lines. He makes a very striking figure. In the center of his third eye, there is a smooth, sort of amber gold-colored oval of a gem that he occasionally will massage absent-mindedly as he attempts to recall details about the area. Also, he is dressed very much in performer's garb, very, very showman-like, and he's taken to speaking to himself, not in like a conversing way, but he just sort of fills silences quietly. It's not disruptive necessarily, but it is something that he is doing. And as he is leading you guys about, you can see he has been through here. They have some of the bonfire pyres that he's set up. The place does have a little bit of the vinegar smell. You can see where some of the plants have been trampled, but they had righted themselves, essentially. It's nearing harvest time, so certain fields are being harvested as you guys are making your way through the area. It is pretty flat. However, you are led to just north of the second point, and excuse me, just south of it, south of the second point, and there is a slight hill, about 12 miles from it, that you wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't traveled south. The rest of the area is actually, it's up sort of on a raised plateau. Grass covered and green. And actually, as you watch, as you look over the horizon, it's a very difficult depression to see, to find, because the grass is tall and it just sort of blends into a wonderful horizon. The wind sort of sweeps through it. As the horses and the carts that you guys have, he stops over the top. Well, I suppose that this would be a appropriate place. It seems, my dear friends, through these tunnels, with a bit of luck and perhaps some stone-shaping magic, we should be able to make a foray into the Kruthik that have spiderwebbed into the labs just to the north of here. With any luck, we should be able to avoid the patrols or conflicts that are raging, no doubt, nearby between those of the Biomancer's defensive systems and the expansive hive lords. I wonder, would you require my assistance as we travel? You travel, or someone travels, down to dispose of those dastardly, demented, Kruthic demons.
If you join us, would you also be able to go smoothing over things over with the Biomancers then?
Maybe, although I would say it is less likely that I was able to travel with them.
Is it better that he go with the Biomancer? Like, is it... Can he?
You would probably suspect he would be better off with the Biomancer team.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I was like, maybe there's an odd chance of like, nope, they don't want to look at my face anymore, so okay.
Okay.
And I think we're good without you. You can get some extra rest.
He spends a few minutes giving you some tips for finding your way to the Kruthic hive lords. Kruthics are smart. They are capable of collapsing tunnels, usually to divert their enemies into traps or roundabout ways. If you find yourself running into many not natural dead ends, if you can tell that they have collapsed the tunnels about you, be prepared. Kruthics also speak to each other. They have a chittering, clicking, tapping language. The adults will warn those behind them by stamping their intrusions into the stone, causing them to echo. They see very well in the dark, they smell even better, and they can feel the tremors of the earth. Caution, my friends, great caution. If you can concentrate your death dealing deliveries into a specific area. Traditional Kruthrix will avoid that place in the future, but the true target that you have, Hive Lord. Any Kruthik can become a Hive Lord, mind you, but usually that is when a colony has grown too large and requires to be split off. If this particular colony's Hive Lord falls, they'll most likely retreat to another nearby colony, where they'll either be welcomed as brothers, errant family members, or killed outright as competitors for a limited food source. That's really the goal that you have here. You must... Exterminating them is far greater a task than what a handful of us could possibly do. But we must encourage them to return to the south.
Now, something you said there got my attention.
What was it?
You said when one of them Kruthix is killed, the others will avoid that spot. So, is it more like a sense of smell kind of thing?
Yes, their blood leaves a pungent odor, but in small doses, they are less. They are unfazed by it. But if you were to, say, kill a dozen or two in a specific area, then they would instinctually hide from it.
Because one of the thoughts that I was having, and I know a couple others might be a little hesitant to attempt it, but if we manage to get a couple of them Kruthix and kind of maybe splash some of them blood on us, would that cause the others to steer clear of us a little more?
No, I wouldn't suspect so. The stench wouldn't be strong enough, I think. And Kruthix are not above eating other Kruthix. It's in fact a practice of the young. They often cannibalize their own just after being hatched, and so it's a little more of a delicacy. I should warn you, though, they do prefer to eat, at least as adults, they prefer to eat their meals live. So they will impale one and keep you upon their sharp, spiked limbs and gnaw at you like a kebab for days at a time. Well, hopefully not days, probably less. Good luck.
And you said you wanted us to drive them south?
Yes, south.
So in theory, if we collapse the tunnels north, that'll drive them down?
Yeah, so there, you don't know what the tunnel situation is, but you know that the Kruthix have tunnels that they dig, and they have dug themselves into Quill's Biomancer territory, essentially. And you know that the Biomancers have activated a lot of the, like, helmed horrors, the golems, those sort of automated defenses. So you imagine that it's from everything you know, you need more than just to collapse the tunnels or a show of force. You really need to kill the Hive Lord. And if you can concentrate killing more than just the Hive Lord in the one room, in the Hive Lord's den, that should do well to drive them back.
Is there any way of knowing that we're in the den or at the Hive Lord, other than, I'm assuming he's a bit larger? Is there like a trail towards him or something?
Is a bit larger, yes. You may find a cocoon throne. When a Kruthik becomes a Hive Lord, they cocoon themselves and undergo a metamorphosis of types. The serration of their blades is sharper, and they spit acid, I am recalling now. So,
I thought they all spat acid.
No, Hive Lord specifically spit acid.
Then what did the other ones spit?
Oh, they have spines that they chuck.
What spat acid at us?
Oh, that was the Iron Cobra.
Damn it!
Spat poison or acid. Can't remember.
What sort of Pornhub have we run into where everything's spitting at us? Jeez, look.
The spine shooters, spitters, or
It was the cobras, you're right.
Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah.
I thought, damn it. Okay. So the Lord spits acid. Okay.
yeah.
So we all have healing potions, right?
Do I have a healing potion?
Let me rephrase that. We have enough in the bag that everyone can have at least one, unless you've got some on you already, which is fine too.
Let me open up the bag real quick.
Don't suppose we have some high-grade insect repellent in there either? Maybe something to just kind of burn them all away?
I used all the reagents I had, making enough repellent to keep the second point safe a few days ago. I was hoping to reaccumulate enough reagents to do so, but I fear with the recent death of a biomancer that this confrontation will be escalating far quicker than I can concoct a new remedy.
Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potions of healing.
And I'm not hurting you guys enough for you to have 6 potions of healing just hanging around.
We don't use them.
I'm kidding.
We're seriously, we're those people of like, oh, a healing potion. I will take this and never use it. Thank you.
That's pretty much what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 3 potions of healing in the bag of holding and 1 potion of greater healing.
I will take 2 of those since I can run around and just drop it in somebody's mouth if need be.
I'm good, and I'm you know me, I worry.
Yeah?
And I'm a shitty healer, so.
You're not a shitty healer.
You are not
That
a
was
shitty
not
healer.
directed at you.
Actually, Megan, according to this, you have one already.
I know. Listen, I want to make sure this is her like saran wrapping, bubble wrapping everybody before we go inside. Give a quick swing, little break.
Okay.
We all good?
So,
All right, off we go.
Tauroth, you have 2. Saride has 1. I'll take 1 as well. Does anyone else need 1?
We'll leave those for the other party because I have second wind. So I should be able to help myself if I get to that point.
Cool. Okay. I think we figured it out.
I'm just gonna peek over your shoulder and see what other potions we have in there.
Oil of slipperiness, I think.
We do have a potion of frost giant strength. Well, who has that? That's in the haversack.
So that's, at this point, we're all together, right?
Yeah.
So we can divvy shit.
Yeah. So who is anyone want any of the? There's a potion of invulnerability. Potion of become ooze. Potion of growth. Fire resistant. Poison resistant.
Poison resistant. Poison is an acid.
Yeah,
They are
poison is
different.
not acid. Yeah. There is poison of stone skin. And then the other really awesome potions. Does anyone want anything?
I'm fine.
Should I take the potion of giant strength? What do you guys think?
I certainly think so.
Always. Worst thing that happens is you don't use it. If it gets so bad during the Biomancer chat that they need stone strength, something's gone terribly wrong.
Fair point, and we're going to be
Also not
hitting
wrong.
something that's kind of beefy. Which giant strength is it?
So that's, I think, a 24, 25?
That's obscene.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's one of the higher ones, yeah.
Is Olaroon going to be okay?
Olaroon is just fine. His power is based off of charisma, not strength.
No, baby. I was just saying.
That's not what she's asking.
No. Yeah, look. If something happens, something's going to happen in that fight. So, he'll just have to figure it out.
I imagine when she drinks it, it's like a magic girl transformation. Just everything gets bigger.
Look, you know what? He's got a type. He's here for it. Give me Amazons or give me death.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
One small question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we'd have any use for that ever-smoking bottle?
I don't know.
They do tremor sense.
Yeah, they do have tremor sense.
That being said, I feel like you should keep the smoking bottle. I feel like that's just yours.
I second that.
Well, I mean, if y'all are going to be giving me something, I ain't going to argue.
We're giving you a bottle. When has he ever said no to a bottle?
Ugh.
Okay. You guys begin to set out into the tunnels. The first hour or so is pretty straightforward. This is sort of a natural cave formation. You can see that the towns that were nearby initially attempted to see if this could be a mine, but there was nothing. It's stone. It's worked stone. But the rich farmlands to the north were far more valuable than what this was. But trying to utilize all of the minerals that the land was providing was definitely an effort that they had undertaken. The caves echo and howl a bit as the wind that presses in from the outside whips and whistles its way through these tunnels. What is your marching order? The tunnels are about 10 feet wide. You could go 2 by 2 if you chose to, or you guys could go single file. The height of the tunnel sort of varies, but at its shortest is like 5 feet. You guys will duck or crouch for 10, 20, 30 feet, 100 yards, maybe at most. But it's again, you can see where the beams sort of prop up the tunnels as it was initially attempted to be a mine, and then you can see where it hits some natural rock formations. And that's about the point where you guys are at now. We're out of the mine portion and into the natural rocks, and you can feel sort of the wind that is coming from there. And so, who's up front?
I'll be up front.
Okay. Also, what light sources are you guys carrying or not needing?
Goggles of dark vision.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you had the bird goggles of dark vision, so they are
100% stole them
pointed.
and
Eric Cochran. Anyway, it's good.
physiology. You'd have to have it on the sides.
For a parakeet, yeah. But I like to think of it more of like the falconer's hood, kind of. Make you look a little more badass for it. So you guys the rest of you all have
looking badass.
Yes. The rest of you all have dark vision, correct? Okay.
Yes.
I am gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Sounds good. After Tauroth, who's number 2?
I'll be number 2.
Okay, 3. Okay, 4.
I can bring up the rear unless Tauroth wants to.
Yeah, I'll stick to the back end, keeping an eye if anything comes up behind us.
So I'll be 4 then.
Okay, great. As you guys are moving into the natural formation of the tunnels, with your pass without a trace, you can all make a. Well, let me ask you. You are in these natural formations. You know that you still have to travel a bit. You anticipate being either hitting biomancer laboratory tunnels or Kruthic hive tunnels first. Do you guys want to save this spell until you get a little closer, or do you want to start being stealthy now?
Oh, that's my. I thought we were closer. That's my fault then.
You absolutely. That's fine. You can save it till you get a little closer, and you guys do continue to work your way through there. Tauroth, since you are up front, would you make me a survival check, please?
Okay, I like the sound of that. That's 17 plus 5 for 22.
Okay, great. So as you're traveling down the tunnels, it's been about another 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And you do appreciate that you hadn't used that spell quite yet. You didn't want it to run out. You've hit a couple of divergent splits in the natural formations, right? And you are hearing and you guys hear echoes, but they are just that. They are very far away echoes. And your passive perceptions let you know about that already. You haven't seen or heard any specific, like, Kruthic chittering, nothing that is close. But Tauroth, you do, you have begun to find, and we're going to say it's over like a series of splits and little like alcoves and things. So it's not just one decision. But as you're looking over these things, you can see that these tunnels have had some signs of combat, that they have had some clashes that looks like places where not only Kruthic blades or appendages have sort of dug into the Earth's surface and the stone surface there, but also you can see the evidence and remains of some of those digger golems having run into these Kruthics, and you can see where they are attempting to dig to sort of find their way to the Hive Lord as well. So the decision is this: you guys, you can choose to make sure you go deeper into the Kruthic territory, or you can choose to go into the golem / biomancer side of this like tunnely battlefield, so to speak.
We're trying to keep them out of that golem / biomancery side, correct? And according to what the doctor told us, if they sense a lot of death in a particular area, they will avoid it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we go towards that area, kill a lot of shit, and then drive it south?
I think the doctor was saying specifically that they have to detect a lot of Kruthic's death. Like,
yes.
If they detect, like, biomancer death, they're just gonna be happy about that.
But if there's a connecting tunnel's what I'm saying, then there's probably Kruthics that went through that connecting tunnel. You see what I'm saying, Tauroth?
Tauroth, you do understand. I don't know. Well, just to fill in some gaps, the signs of battle are not recent enough to know whether there are Kruthics in the biomancer side.
Okay, because that's what I understood, is that there might be Kruthix, because that tunnel's there connecting the two.
Right.
There might be Kruthix that went into the Biomancer side, which if we go into that side, kill a bunch of them,
Right.
then the Kruthix would be less likely to go on that side, and that also is less work for us.
You are not sure where the Kruthix are. It looks like the Kruthix were attempting to go that way and got stopped.
Yeah, these seem like, I don't know, they seem a bit old as the markings. It just looks like this is a place where they've definitely had a clash. But I think we can definitely tell Kruthix are down this tunnel area, and that the Biomancers are probably up this way, so. But also, we're getting close to the area, so we do want to make sure we stay quiet.
Right.
There it is. Got it.
Super smooth.
Super smooth. Would you like to cast Pass Without a Trace at this point?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. You guys can all make me stealth checks, please. And Sirach, which direction are you leading the group?
Kruthix direction.
10-4.
Is a +10, correct?
That is correct.
Pass-
It's plus 10.
But I am still at disadvantage because
Yes.
clink, clank, clonk.
That's right.
32.
Nicely done.
So, natural 1,
Okay.
because
Disadvantage. Yep, that happens.
Plus 12 for 13. I
Okay.
still clink, clank, clonk.
13.
14.
What was that, Olorin?
14.
14.
Is that with your plus 10?
That's with my +10. I rolled a 4 and a 5. Oh, I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Oh, buddy.
23.
Nice.
33.
We's a gonna be fighting people.
Really? You had to be one higher than me? You had to do that?
I rolled a 9 and a 12.
You guys are overall as a group, you're relatively quiet. Olaroon and Treasure are the least so, but the magic does help to dampen that noise. And so you're not, as long as you don't get too close to anything, you should be okay, for sure. As you're traveling, Sirach, and you're sort of guiding them into more of the Kruthic territory, I would like you to roll me a percentile.
4 of us? Oh, I mean, all 5 of us?
Just Sirach, please.
Okay.
68.
68. Okay. You passive perceptions, I believe, Saride and Sirach have the highest passive perceptions. Anybody else with a passive perception above a 15? Okay. Then as well, Tauroth, you would hear this as well. Down one of the tunnels, it's not a path that you're coming from, it's a Biomancer side. You do hear what you think are the echoes of heavier footfalls. Not necessarily something bigger, but that seemingly these golems or the digger golems, whatever those may be, it sounds like they're carrying something impressive or hefty at the very least. So just that bit of information, you'd really have to like double back to go see it, but just wanted to let you guys know that. As you continue to proceed forward, you do start to find a couple of old collapsed tunnels, and you can see where the Kruthics have redug different entrances and passages. And as you're sort of pressing your way into one, it opens up into a room that is bigger than the tunnels that you've been working through. It's about 20 feet by 30 feet. Rough rock formation all around the sides. Kruthics, again, are pretty big. They are about horse-sized. They do kind of scrunch down when they're burrowing, but even still, you guys can pass through here. And this area, you can see a lot of, one, other tunnels that sort of branch off and out of here. And two, you can see the telltale signs of a lot of Kruthix. And the chittering and the sort of tapping of stone and the... Pick me up. Yeah, never mind.
Cursed noise suppression.
Noise is becoming much more prevalent at this point. Is there any preparations you guys would like to make?
I'm holding Mantle of Inspiration until we see something.
Okay.
So that people can move once we see them.
Okay.
Do we know anything about like Kruthix and their? You said they have tremor sense. Are they at all sensitive to light at all, or is that just?
They're not that. No one has told you that. So.
Okay. Yeah. So. Okay. Then. Yeah. I guess I'll just try and keep an eye out as best I can for, any incoming Kruthix.
Okay, Sirach, everybody go ahead and make me active perception checks. And if you roll under your passive, give me your passive instead.
15.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
18.
11.
Okay.
24.
Okay. As you guys are making your way into this open area, Sirach, you get just to the center. Tauroth, because you're at the back, you're just at the edge of the room, probably still in like the 5-foot cube, 5-foot space of the tunnel. And coming from the east side, Sirach, everybody had kind of heard it. This Kruthix was not quiet at all. It's heavy chitinous armor scrapes sort of like metal against pavement or stone, and there's this slight sort of spark as bits of its skin superheat and flail off of it as it comes rushing into the room. Two others in from other tunnels come pouncing forward. I would like everybody to flip for initiative. All right, I see a couple of aces there. Jack, king, bad guys are on a queen. So aces, you guys are up first.
I had held action.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
So. Everybody gets 8 temp HP, and if you want, you can use your reaction to move.
Is there a way I can try and like move behind the Kruthix to kind of like hammer and anvil them against the rest of the party?
After they take their turn. So because you guys were like prepared for them, right? The Kruthix haven't quite made it out of their tunnels yet. On their turn, they will make it out of their tunnels.
Okay.
But you can move like up to one of the tunnels onto the side. You can't pass through their space. That's what's preventing you from doing what you're trying to do.
Okay.
But you can like get up next to one of the tunnels. When they come in, you can step behind them, block them from continuing to enter.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay, awesome.
I'll kind of hold fast at one of the tunnels.
Great. So you break over there. The Kruthix that was like the main, let's call him Eager Kruthix 1, Kruthix Igorus, was he sort of sees you moving, but he's focused on like bird meat. He was going for the first guy that came in here. Anybody else moving on with their reaction before their turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move past Treasure, past the ride, just to try to get like following Olaroon, but trying to keep myself hidden as best as I can, or at least out. I know tremor sense and everything, but just for my own sanity, it's like Tauroth is still just. If they can't see me, they're not gonna know I'm here.
So the tremor sense aside, if you move any further into the room, you will not have anything to hide behind, so they would be able to see you, right? You being at the back, you've got those tunnel walls right there. You might be able to move 5 feet without being seen, but if you get any closer, any further out of the tunnel that you guys were traveled in from, it's just an open like honeycomb of tunnels at that point. There's nothing to hide behind. You know what I mean? So it's up to you, Tauroth. Do you want to get closer, or do you want to preserve that hidden status that you have?
The tremor sense will probably give me away anyway, so I'll at least try to move up to give Olaroon some backup. Great.
Okay. Yeah, your speed and like I said, it's not that big of an area. You come in, you cut across the way. The Eager Kruthik is starting to break on. You and Olaroon flank that particular tunnel. Awesome. Anybody else?
Yes, I'm going to move up towards the front of our tunnel to at least give Saride some cover so they can't like bum rush us and get back to her.
Okay. Yeah, so you're in the main area. Again, it is like a honeycomb. It's like a full hex. There's a bunch of different tunnels from different areas. You see that Olaroon and Tauroth have, let's say, gone to the east, where that Kruthik and his two buddies were coming from. You cover Saride's flank on the west, right, and looking to the north, and you can see some things kind of moving in the shadows in that area. Okay? All right, actual turn. Saride. Or Starok. Starok.
Yeah, I am going to find the Eager Kruthiks.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on Eager Kruthix.
Okay. Yeah, so there's 3 that you guys actively can see, and are rushing in. So would you like the number 1 in the middle?
Number one, directly in the middle.
Got him. Okay.
And I'm going to pow, hit him with 2 arrows, hopefully.
Let's do it.
That'll be, the lowest is 18.
18 barely hits.
Okay.
Yeah. You watch him sort of duck its head, and the thick shell over the top almost deflects the arrow, but it catches right in one of the chitinous overlays and spears its way in there. Roll damage on it.
Oh, that's not good. That's 6, 10 plus 8. That's just 18 damage.
Okay, 18 damage. That's good. That's solid. He takes the 2 arrows, almost bloodied, probably blood, like right on the edge of being bloodied. You can see some of the slight, I don't know, probably red, but it's a very light pale red, sort of acidic, streaming down its face after your 2 arrows have hit it.
And I'm gonna move up and make sure to step in front of Saride, pretty much up where Treasure is.
Okay.
Kind of buffeting Saride.
Okay, so sounds good. Saride, you're up.
It got cast in the beginning of the day, but I'm just saying that mage armor's on, and I'm going to viciously mock the Eager Kruthik.
Okay, how would you like to viciously mock the Eager Kruthik?
I need both hands for this, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. It is, I believe, a wisdom saving throw. 6, so that fails.
Yes! 5.
Is that the 2d4? It should.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And I think it has disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah, on its next attack. Yep.
No, I think it's all of them for the rest of the fight, right? Like, it's just
Forever.
pain.
Yeah, it's
Forever.
just.
Because my was so debilitating.
Any bonus actions?
No. No one's hurt yet.
Okay. Those were the two people on an ace. There was a king, I believe. Who's next? All right, go for it, Treasure.
That Sirach is...
Sirach's on the east side of Saride. You're on the west side. You can hear more things approaching, so it's up to you if you want to move or stay put.
I'm going to stay put, but ready in action as soon as something gets close enough to me. I'm just going to swing at it.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Anything else, Treasure?
Not currently.
Great. That was the king. Who's next? Bad guys on a queen, I believe? Yeah. All right. So, the eager Kruthix come rushing forward. They're all going to be running past Olaroon and Tauroth. You guys do get attacks of opportunity. So you can focus on the one that Sirach shot, if you would like, or there are a couple of others running past you guys.
So I will say I use my reaction to move, do mental inspiration. So
That's
I don't
right.
think
I apologize.
You're fine.
So the eager one is going to rush at Sirach. The other two are going to. Let's see. Two of them are going to rush at Sirach. One is going to stop at Olaroon, and so they're going to make those attacks. The adult Kruthix have 2 stab attacks, and they do have Pactics. So, the first 2 attacks on Olaroon. Excuse me. Let's do just regular attacks on Olaroon first. That is a. Good job. Higher is a 23. The lower is gonna miss. It's a 9.
Yeah, the 23 definitely hits.
Okay. Let's roll those ones back. Okay. So that's gonna be 7 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
Then on Sirach, it's going to be. The higher on both of them is a 16 for a total of 21. There's going to be 12 points of damage total on you, Sirach. Okay. And then coming in from the west, there are 2 more Kruthix. They're going to rush up on Treasure. Treasure, go ahead and make your held attacks.
One is a natural 19, which means Treasure crits.
That she does.
And the other one is an 18 total.
Barely hits, but yeah, it breaks through the armor. Give me the critical hit first, in case you kill it, and then we'll go from there.
Are we still doing the old crit rules of one is maxed and then the other is rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So you have a great sword, so you have 12 automatically, and then roll and add on top of. You can or you can forego the max damage and impose. I would say you could knock it prone, maybe hobble it, knock its speed in half.
Nah, let's just go with max damage.
Okay, cool.
So that's going to be the 12 plus an additional 7 plus her 4 from strength.
Okay, so that is 11 plus 12, 23 points of damage. Nicely done on the first hit. Roll for the second one.
That's max damage again. That's a total of 12. Plus
Nice.
4.
16 points of damage. That is exactly what you needed. On the second strike, one of the Kruthix falls to the ground. It is the thick, vinegary smell of the blood does come sort of bursting out of it and spraying along the floor.
Does it have to be vinegar?
These do, yeah. I got that from actually another adventure where Kruthix are featured. It was one of the clues about where they were, so I've just always held on to it. This is not appropriate fight music. I'll fight music in a moment, but the last Kruthix. So there's a total of 6. 3 came in, 2 Treasure killed 1, and then 1 had been in the roof. You didn't see it because you couldn't see it because it was behind, and it digs its way through the roof and comes falling onto Treasure. So, still with advantage, 2 attacks. Yeah, 2 attacks are going to be without advantage because the first guy lost his friend. So that is a 10 and a 19.
The 19 just barely hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 1 hit for 6 points of damage. And then the guy that falls from the roof, he's going to get the Pactics on it and is going to have a 16, which is going to miss, and a 22 for another 6 points of damage.
That's it. Okay.
Okay. That is it for the Kruthix. Who is up next? Olaroon.
So the one that I was waiting outside of the hole for, is he right there?
Yeah. Oh, there's one that stabbed you.
Yes, there is one that stabbed me.
That guy was to your left, not your right. But there's
Okay.
one that stabbed you, so I feel like you should prioritize him. But it's really up to you.
You know, that's fair. Are there 2 within close distance of each other?
There are 2 within close distance of each other. Those are the 2 that were attacking Sirach. There's also 2 that are in close distance with Treasure, but she's on the far side of them. It's a small room, though. You could get to her if you wanted to.
So I am going to use Green Flame Blade
Ooh. Okay.
because this is a time where Green Flame Blade should probably be used.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, it is an action, so I only get 1 attack this turn.
Yep.
And that is a 28 to hit.
So you are moving to the 2 that were attacking who? Sirach or Treasure?
The ones that were attacking me.
There's only 1 that attacked you.
Oh yeah, then I'll move to the one that's attacking Treasure because of course I do.
Okay. So the guy that was on you is going to take his attack of opportunity. It's just a regular attack, no advantage. 7 plus 5 for a total of 12. It misses. Yeah. You're quick on the fleet of foot, are you? And as you go running, you sort of dodge as the heavy scythe-like appendage comes clearing over your head. Your attacks, what were they again? I'm pretty sure they hit. Oh, it was the one for Green Flame Blade. It definitely hit. So what? Yeah. What's happening?
So 12 points of just regular slashing damage.
Okay.
Let's see. So I am at. And that's an extra 1 point of fire damage to the creature I hit.
Okay.
But the fire damage to the second creature, second creature increases to 1d8 plus my spell casting ability modifier. Okay, cool. So the creature that jumps to within 5 feet of it, that is another 8 points of damage. 8 points of fire damage.
On the second target.
Yeah.
Yeah, nicely done. Okay, the green fire leaps from your sword, a little bit of it trailing on the initial target, and then bursts onto the other guy. Anything else, Olaroon?
That'll do it. On my turn.
Okay. Who is up next? Tauroth?
Tauroth.
Tauroth, you were at the bottom of initiative? I don't understand.
I literally pulled the lowest card that I could.
Yeah. Well, what are you up to, Tauroth?
All right, seeing as how I was planning to just kind of flank these things with Oliver, and then to see him rush off after Goldie, it's like, fuck.
Okay.
All right. There's 2 that were attacking Sirach.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of sidle up next to one of them and just try to double slash the one that looks the one that he shot. So it should have been the first one out, I think.
Yes, that is correct. It is still standing. Go for it.
All right, gonna take the first hit. It would help if I actually had my attacks open. There we go. That's a 19.
19 does hit. Yeah. Digs in, sneak attack damage and everything. Go ahead and roll it all.
Yeah, that was near max sneak attack damage.
Ooh.
That was oof. So the sneak attack damage, that was 21 plus 3, 24. So 29 damage off the one hit.
Nice. That's enough. Yeah. With the arrows in it, this double-bladed scimitar crushes through the armor underneath. You guys can now smell the air getting thick with that smell of that vinegar blood as it again sprays over the area. It is thin and quickly absorbed into the rocks around it. So yeah, off that goes. Second attack, Tauroth, or bonus action? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action for the second attack. Just kind of move around to kind of get that second one to turn away from Sirach a little bit,
Okay.
and just try to slash it across where its eyes are.
Okay.
That is a 22.
Yep, that'll do it.
9 points of damage.
Add your
Okay.
dex.
Add your dex.
I actually have it on my sheet now.
Nine points of damage. Yeah, the second cut again does come through. You try to catch its eyes. It covers with the thick armor, so you don't blind it, but you do, like, if it survives this, it's gonna have the awesome anime cut on its face, and it'll hunt you down later. But I don't think it's gonna live that long. Anybody left? New round. Bad guys are going late on a 6. Okay, who is up first? Is it Olaroon on the 10?
It's me on the queen.
You on the queen. I apologize. Thank you, Sirach.
I'm just writing up the
Initiative. I appreciate it. That's really helpful. Thank you.
All right, I'm not sure about the end with Sarai treasure baddies all on a 6, but I'll be attacking
We'll
first.
get there. All right, go for it.
So I'm in melee with the one that's in front of me, right?
You are. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna hop back the 5 feet,
Okay.
take my attack of opportunity,
Okay.
and shoot him twice.
Okay. Here it comes. 18 plus 5 for 23.
Yeah, it hit.
6 points of damage.
10 4, I'll take that. Firing 2 arrows. Okay, let's actually get that in the right place. Okay, one was a 15 plus 10 for 25, and the other was 15 plus 9 for 24, and the other was 8 plus 9 for 17, so that one misses.
The 17 does miss, the 24 does hit. Roll me damage on that arrow, please.
All right, that's going to be 8 plus 4 for 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Okay. Nice. That is bloodied. As the arrow sinks deep into it, it's sort of wincing back and forth, caught between your blasts of arrows and Tauroth's rapid cuts. Up next is Olorun.
The ones that I'm on, there's what? They're both still there?
Yeah, there are two there. You're fighting the same two as Treasure.
Okay, I feel like Green Flame Blade is not as useful at this moment in time.
Okay.
So I am going to go ahead and just attack twice.
Okay. I was surprised because you had waited so long for the chance to attack twice, and at first opportunity, you chose not to. So.
Well, I did it last week. I did it last time, but I didn't do it. So that's a 25 to hit on the first attack.
That hits.
So that is 13 points of damage on the first strike.
13 points of damage on the first strike. Okay.
And the second attack?
Yep.
Ooh, probably doesn't hit. That's a 12.
That does not hit. Yeah, your blade comes swinging around and it pings off of the armor. It sends that reverberation into your hands. Anybody that's been to a batting cage knows that feeling. Anything else, Olorun? Bonus actions?
I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade's Curse. No, I'm gonna bonus action Hex the one in front of me.
Okay. Sounds good. Up next is Tauroth.
Well, I am not about to let myself get a nemesis in this kind of bug shape, so I'm going to take another swing at him.
Okay.
See if I give him a magic scar.
Sounds good.
That bounced out of the rolling tray. Okay, so yeah, natural 18 plus a million. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So 28 damage this time.
Oof. 28 damage is, that's gonna drop him. With the arrow that Soraka put into him, 28 will be enough. Otherwise, he would have survived.
Right before I hit him, just Omae wa mou shinderu.
Nani?
Weeb!
Sorry, clicky clacky.
Got it. You are.
And was the
Go ahead.
And there was the second one that was also nearby?
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's still one with the melee.
All right, just keep that blade spinning, keep it as a shield up, and I'm just going to take one swing at that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's going to miss. That's a 16.
Yeah. Again, it's not quite, since you're wielding it with the backspin on it, doesn't give you that ping, but there's definitely that sort of deflection off, and you feel the blade twist in your hand as you readjust, keeping the blade spinning and moving. We are to the 6 now. The adult Kruthiks are on a +3 for their dex. Saride, I know Treasure's out. Okay. So the Kruthiks are up. The ones with Pactics are on Treasure and Olorun, and you see them sort of split between you guys. Each one is going to take a stab at each of you as they do their best to utilize their Pactics. So that's
If
two
they
attacks
go
each.
ahead and hit Olorun, I'm going to go ahead and trigger my own Pactics called Sentinel.
Okay. And that gives you an attack against them, correct?
Correct.
Okay, yep, go ahead and make your attack. So the first one, attacking Olorun, then Treasure, because I'm just doing it alphabetically. So that is a 15 on Olaroon.
That misses.
All right, and then the natural 20 on Treasure will hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I rolled a 17 total to hit.
17 total. That misses. It hits the armor, and again, big two-handed sword, big swing. You're gonna get that ringing in the hands sort of feeling there. So that is 13 points of damage for you, Treasure. That was the first Kruthic, second Kruthic between you guys. Again, Olaroon, then Treasure. Olaroon, the higher is a 14. That's not going to hit. Treasure, the higher is a 24. So that's going to be another 6 points of piercing damage. As these like weird praying mantis blades sort of twist and cut, slicing at you guys separately. The other one on the other side has no friends. He is sad and lonely. He is going to... what's he gonna do? You hear him sort of tapping his feet, and then he kind of rears up, pony style, and is gonna double blade down on Sirach because he is the most hurt of them. So 2 attacks on Sirach. Oh no, you moved. You moved. I apologize.
I have 5 feet back, yeah.
You did. So these attacks would be at Tauroth. They're not going to hit. It's a 10 is the higher. 7 and 10. So, yep. Dipping and dodging.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
That's right.
You said dodge twice.
Don't be that guy.
Treasure, or Saride, I think you have the higher dex between you and Treasure. 0. Treasure's on a 0 too. So, it's up to you. You guys decide.
I'm charming, not flexible.
Okay, well.
It makes up for a lot.
Nice.
Treasure, go ahead.
All right, well, since this thing decided to be absolutely rude, we're going to return it in favor. Those claws that decided to come down right on her, she's going to pop her Searing Smite and try to cut them off.
Okay. Epic, let's do it.
So one is a 21 to hit, and the other is an 18.
18 and 21, both hit.
And he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Pretty good for him. 14.
Nope, it was 15, so he's on fire for a bit.
He's on fire. All right.
So let's do the fire damage is 7. Okay.
7.
Then
Okay.
the actual weapon damage for both hits is going to be 17 plus 8 because of each of that. So 17 plus 8 is... I can math, I swear.
17 plus 8 is 25.
25. And then he's on fire, so when it's his turn, again, at the start of each turn, he takes a d6 of damage until he's able to make that con save.
Mm-hmm. So this turn was a total of 25, correct?
Correct. 25 plus the fire damage that I had done.
Which was 6, 8,
7.
7. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. He's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, his corpse is on fire.
Great. He had 31 hit points. 25 plus 7 is 32. Down that one goes. One remaining Kruthic is up. Saride.
Mantle of Inspiration for everybody.
Okay.
8.
8 temporary hit points.
And then Treasure is close enough to me, yes?
Yeah. Oh, she's right next to you. You can touch her.
Okay. I'm gonna touch her, like just pet her hair, and in such a very creepy way, And I'll give you a cure wounds. Hold on.
Well, that's happening. New round.
9
9
for healing.
For healing, yeah.
Thank you.
I am on a 7. Dorada, I actually think it's going to be your turn again. Immediately after.
Just the one?
Just the one.
How fucked up does he look?
Pretty fucked up.
Oh, cool. Let's magic missile this fool.
All right.
Out
of the wand, how many charges?
I do this every time. So one casting of it is 2 charges.
One casting is 3 darts.
And every time I upcharge, I add 1.
Correct.
Okay. So let's do... Hold on. Sorry. 3rd level, 5 darts.
5 darts, 3rd level. That's correct.
Hold, please.
I am holding.
$15.
That's showtime.
Hey.
Hey.
Who'd have thunk it, kid?
It
Good for
happened.
you.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to make magic missile cool. I'm not.
Okay, no, that's
I'm
that.
not Crystal. I don't. This is not my jam. I don't know. She just kind of.
You're good. Yeah. The arcane energy gathers at the tip of the wand, holding the charges. You point it directly at the Kruthik, just beyond Treasure's shoulder. One hand probably still on her from casting cure wounds, and as the wand sort of slips past her face, none of the darts launch from it directly. They all sort of rose blossom flower out and then come around and just from every angle start slamming into the Kruthik, driving it into the ground, the bludgeoning force damage, denting its armor as just the pain settles in. Nicely done, guys. What would you like to do?
So we need about like 4 times this amount in here to drive them away, right?
Or we kill the Lord, the King, and
Yeah,
they
the
go
Hive
find
Lord.
another hive.
That is my suggestion.
Can I kind of posit like where the majority of their forces came from?
Excellent use of posit, my lord.
Make me a survival check.
I liked that a lot. 2 words.
That's 19 plus 5 for a 24.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know the tunnels that you can see and identify the 2 tunnels that they seem to move through the most. You do, through a number of old ranger tricks, you are able to figure out what the fastest path to the Hive Lord's den would probably be.
All
Did
right.
you say then that we had found the highway to the danger zone?
I don't know that it would be a highway. It really feels like more of a commuter lane or like a meandering path, maybe like a alley or shortcut, perhaps. But
Footpath to the danger zone.
Exactly.
What are those things like in parks? It's the desire lines where like the path goes one way, but people cut enough that it creates its own little path in the park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, desire line to the slightly more obtrusive zone.
What's up, Tauroth?
Something I'm kind of curious about. Since it was mentioned these things will cannibalize on each other, I want to try to take one of their stabbies and see if it'll go through their own armor.
It's no easier or harder than another blade or weapon would. Mostly the cannibalism happens when they are young and firstborn. But they will eat each other. Yeah. So the stabbies on their arms are like greatsword sharp. They are.
Would you all mind if we took a moment to sort of carve these up and put them in the bag?
Oh, I was gonna start taking limbs.
Dope. All right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure Thozen could create something really bitchin' out of these.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to try to harvest parts, are you primarily going for like legs for blades or body armor for body armor, or are you trying to collect blood for vinegar smell?
I will focus on the blades.
Okay.
So I'll just start cleaving through them just to get them out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go for armor.
Okay.
Nature.
I'm gonna get some vials of blood.
Okay. Survival checks is what you're rolling.
Whenever it's a survival check, I'm rolling real nice.
I know, man.
I'm telling you that it's 15 plus 5 for 20.
20. Okay. Yeah, I'll say you get four crystalline jugs of let's say like 4 quarts, 4 liters of
4
Cruthic
quarts
blood.
of ant blood.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and assist whoever's looking for like the trying to make armor pieces?
Yeah. So Sarai, you can roll with advantage.
And I got a 24 for taking the blades.
24. Okay. Let's say you collected 2. You can either have. Let's say by the time you break them down, they're going to be more like longsword sized, because you can't just take the full leg is probably closer to a greatsword, but you have to like mill it down. So let's say 3 longswords and 2 short swords in Kruthic equivalent legs, which to me I'm now picturing as like crab legs, and you need like a cracker for them. Those are sharp, man. Those will cut you. So right, how did you do?
13.
13. Okay. Yeah. So we'll say that you get enough pieces maybe for like a breastplate. Yeah. Awesome.
And also, while we're doing that, she's taking out of her components bag handfuls of salt and just spreading it around. So that the whole place smells like a salt and vinegar chip.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A little gross, but yeah.
Listen, if I'm stuck in vinegar land, I'm gonna make it slightly more palatable.
I like salt and vinegar chips, so I'm okay with it. But you know,
You like vinegar, period,
I
and
do.
that's wrong.
I like it.
Yeah, Tauroth's getting hungry all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, like gross.
These are crabs.
I don't think these are crabs. I wouldn't want to eat this meat. But there's a
You
joke
say that
there.
now. Wait until 57 years when there is no more meat. Dystopia. We're gonna get there. It's dystopia.
Okay. Zarak, you leading them to the Hive Lord? Okay.
Let's go to the Hive Lord.
All right. Tauroth, as you guys are traveling and making your way there, to do the harvesting, you guys would probably need an hour. Do you want to take a short rest in addition to the harvesting?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to have another hour, so it's going to be 2 hours. Which is fine. I'm just making sure I am understanding. Okay, sounds good. If you guys want to roll any hit dice, why don't you go ahead and roll those? And this is what we will do. It is almost 9:35. I want to take a 10-minute break, so we'll be back at 9:45. You guys will have done your short rest. We, the party players, get a short rest as well. So we're going to see you guys in just a minute. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for dropping in. We'll see you soon. But until then, stay tuned. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. We are Random Encounter Productions. I am Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Hi, I am Cole Black as Hell Johnson, playing Olaroon Black as Hell Dawnseeker, the ASMR Paladin Warlock.
I'm Megan. I'm playing Sarai Landir, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
Howdy, y'all. This is Maz. I'm playing Tauroth Oakenblade, the nemesis of the Kuthrix. The Wood Elf Scout.
And I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Glitterhoof, the Tiefling Fighter.
Well put. All right, so you guys are making your way down these Kruthik tunnels. Tauroth is leading you guys to the Hive Lord. And as you guys are working your way through these tunnels, you can see the exchanges and the remnants of broken golems, of digger golems, and armored pieces that have sort of been discarded, chunks of Kruthik armor and pincers and hives, and the corpses begin to sort of litter these tunnels. And you would think that thick smell of vinegar would have been enough to sort of drive these Kruthiks out, but it hasn't yet, at least not to any great effect. So as you guys are working your way down these tunnels, I would like you all to make another stealth check for me, please.
Do we have Pass Without a Trace? No, right?
Oh no, it's been 2 hours.
I'm recasting it.
Oh, okay.
Recasting? Okay.
That spell is worth its weight in Kruthik's blood.
$13.
13. Okay.
I'm going to let
24.
Tauroth say his first.
24.
24.
39.
All right, didn't even come close. 33.
Okay. You guys are moving quietly through the tunnels. You're moving quietly through the tunnels, and as you guys are traveling, you can hear on the other side of walls, in tunnels that are above you, that are beneath you, in these different locations, you can hear the click of you pick up every stupid like candy wrapper or page turn or chip bite, but I try to do a little Foley action for the folks at home. And you don't hear nothing? Unacceptable!
Oh my god, I didn't know we brought screamers. That's great.
I'm going home!
Screamers, is this where you hide out when you run off?
You'll never know! Screamers is practicing astral projection!
goddamn, he's talented.
Okay, so clicking noises above, below, side. It's unnerving. It's uncomfortable. But you guys are traveling so quiet, even with the tremor sense. You get the feeling that if they're focusing more on the heavier things. So you are sort of hearing a lot of Kruthix move. Their metal-like skin, that thick sort of crunchy bug noise that has this weird amount of like density and weight, and it's not hollow. It's always got a weird like thud to it. If you've ever heard a heavy bug land on anything, it's a weird, unsettling noise. You're hearing that all around you. Sirach, make me a perception check.
And this isn't the one to fail. All right, perception is going to be 23.
Okay, Sirach, you're seeing at different points as you're going, you're noticing that there are, the Kruthix have made sort of maybe traps, maybe just prepped this tunnel to be collapsed at different points. You don't see like a trigger. It's not a trap in that it's unmanned, but you can see where at points in the tunnel where they could, with little effort, cause a cave-in and like block you guys in here. But you don't hear moving of any Kruthix around these things. So you get the feeling they're not paying attention to you at the moment. As you guys continue to travel, the sounds begin to get a little thinner, a little lighter, and about 20 minutes goes by, and you see an opening in the cave up ahead, Rock, since you are up front. And as you make your way towards the front, your cave opening is... I gotta check one thing on Kruthix. Okay. You come opening into a large circular cavern, and it's a bit of a spire. There's about a 20-foot drop from where you're at. There's a ledge. It's about 10 feet wide on the outside, and then it drops down about 20 feet. And you can see that there are some other ledges and other Kruthic holes, tunnels, around you. So it's about a total of like 50 feet. Top to bottom. And
Can I go ahead and surmise that this is like a Kruthix like central hub?
yeah, it is definitely a Kruthix central hub, and more than that, you look down into the central portion of the chamber. How far does your dark vision extend?
I believe it's 60 feet dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah, it's while wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Anybody have longer than 60 feet of dark vision?
So I can
Well,
let someone
actually,
else
60
use these, and they will get an extra 60 feet of dark vision.
I actually think 60 feet is probably close enough, especially once you break the plane of the hole. This is a large Kruthix central hub, central hole, but you are also seeing what is sort of the central feature in the bottom there. Does look like it is the cocoon throne of the Kruthik Hive Lord. And as you guys are listening, the three of you with the higher passive perceptions, you can hear the sounds of combat, Kruthik combat, on that level, on the northern side, so sort of beneath you. But It sounds distant, but approaching.
Can I try to do a silent flyby to get a better look at what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Make a stealth check for me, please.
All right, that is going to be 26 plus 10, 36.
Okay, make me an acrobatics check, please.
A little bit less than perfect. That's going to be a 12.
12. Okay. So you're quiet. You are having to do more wing flaps. You were attempting to sort of use like momentum. I'm gonna do a video game reference. You're attempting to do the stupid Batman Arkham City. I must dive and then open my wings so that I can fly almost as high back up and just do
I know
that.
exactly what you're talking
That nonsense, right? So you try and you're like, that didn't work. I'm gonna flap my wings instead. So you're making a little more noise. There's kind of not a whole lot you can do about it. It's not loud, right? It's not super loud and terribly disruptive. So you do kind of fly by down there. What are you attempting to discern?
Because we hear fighting, what are the Kruthix fighting?
Okay.
And is there a Hive Lord that I can clearly discern?
Okay. Roll me a d20.
That's where it fails. 4.
Okay. What you hear coming that they're fighting sounds heavy, sounds metal, sounds dense of stone. You could surmise it is some form of golem, maybe a helmed horror. You've seen them. You've seen the biomancers use such things. And there's something stone that they're dragging with it. So that's what you're hearing in the fight.
So I'm hearing golemy things, which are dragging something stone.
Yes. Yeah. You start to fly back up. You do see a Hive Lord. There is a Hive Lord sort of directing traffic, pulling in soldiers from different corners. Most of them look occupied. They're busy. You can see that the Hive Lord has 6 sort of honor guards with him. They don't look terribly different than other Kruthix, but they are clearly dedicated to protecting the Hive Lord. Right? And he is around that central throne. You also get the feeling that if you had... Probably the only reason you didn't see you is because you were flying. So.
Yeah, tremor sense and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna relay all this information. On the far side, there are golem type things, and Kruthix Hive Lord is directly near the center, and he's got 6 guys who look like they would do anything for him. So I think if we attack in the beginning, the Hive Lord's gonna keep sending the other soldiers to the golems. I think as a last ditch effort, he might start sending a bunch of guys our way, but he's got 6 guys around him who we're gonna have to take care of regardless.
So, do we want to try to do this at least as quietly as possible, or just send treasure in tits blazing and get their attention?
Olerin, what do you think about that plan?
Well, I think it's a solid. Idea. As soon as the faster we can get rid of the central command, the easier it is to take care of those that work beneath them.
Treasure starts going for the potion of Frost Giant Strength. Should I?
I don't know about you guys, but I mean, do we want to try to just rush them, or I don't know, maybe see if we can? Shit, this is a rough situation. Any way you look at it, I mean, it's going to turn into a slugfest, but I kind of prefer if we make it a slugfest in our own terms.
Do you want to try to sandwich them between us and what they're fighting in the lab?
Kinda just push him in that direction with our attack?
Or something?
Do you have an idea for the or something?
I do.
Ooh.
If I make them frightened enough and they run away, and we put me on the one side, and they can't get close, and we can sort of keep them where we want them to be.
I like that. And then, what if, as they're frightened of you, I go around on that backside and I'll drop all the Kruthix blood that we took onto the soldiers.
Why?
To scare them and or make them cannibalize.
They eat their children, not the grown-ass ones.
Maybe they're really hungry.
Are we doing the Kruthix version of Carrie?
So, how many are like within like packed tightly within each other?
The Hive Lord has basically 6 honor guard. They're the most densely packed. I don't know that they're as tightly packed as you may want them to be. Do remember they are each a large creature. They're each about a horse size. So
Are they within 5 feet of each other?
you would probably be able to get 3 within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
Are they within 30 feet?
Of each other, you could get 4, maybe 5.
Cool.
You not quite all of them, because they're not like packed together, right? Sort of a flying V situation, and
Sure.
the guards, like as the Hive Lord moves around and is clicking and tapping and sending messages to people, like his they balance the room together to put it in acting terms, right? They balance the space. So they're moving around each other, but you could definitely get 3, probably 4, if you're real lucky, maybe 5.
Okay.
As you guys are considering, the sounds of the battle do start to hit a fever pitch. You hear some crumbling rocks.
I think we're getting close to our go time. I think it's gonna be a now or never sort of situation.
So last time, should I take this and just make sure that we obliterate whatever's in this room?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yes.
Bottoms up.
Okay. Do you have the stats on that?
Yeah, it turns my strength score to 23 for 1 hour.
Okay. It gives you a 6. Oh, a little +6.
Gross.
It's frost giant strength. I think it also gives you like
Correct.
resistance to frost, but I don't think that's gonna matter for you.
I got to double check. It didn't say anything about that, but let's see.
No, it's all good. Treasure downs the potion. She's got an hour. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
Let's go.
we don't want to waste this, so we should probably get to getting. But I will I will hold my wings, getting ready to, and I will do that as soon as stuff pops off.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly down. Sorry. Go ahead.
All I was going to say was, since we're still got some distance, I'm just going to pull out the short bow to be able to take shots first before I rush in.
Okay. From where you guys are towards the Hive Lord, you're at about 90 feet.
Can I make a quick perception check above and behind us for anything that's going to fall out of the ceiling?
Yeah, go for it.
$26.
Anything that's moving, it seems to be rushing to defend the hive from the far louder intruder.
Just making sure.
Yeah. So things are rushing essentially out of this chamber. If there's any soldiers or anything to defend the hive left, they're going towards the danger, and like smaller non-combatants, if there is such a thing for a Kruthic, they are fleeing south at the point. And the Hive Lord is, as far as on the central floor, essentially just him and his honor guard. Yeah, and is tapping and clicking and sending orders through the stone, basically. And it's loud. There's a lot of loud Kruthic speak happening, right? They do have their own language. It is listed there. So how would you guys seem to be undetected? You have rolled well on your stealth. They have not been able to find you. You haven't triggered the tremor sense by getting close enough to him. How would you guys like... You have essentially surprise, unless you guys get too close.
Are there, so they have, do we know that they can see normally, or is it just tremor sense?
From what you've been told, they have very good senses, not just tremor sense.
Okay. Cool. Then I will turn to them. I'll be like, so, do you want me to, like, go angel and then start this off super hot? Or do you want to try and pick some things off from the corners, or what?
It's going to turn into a slugfest one way or the other, so I think if we're doing it on our terms, hit them hard, hit them fast.
They're distracted.
Is there something I can get to within 30 feet, or is it just them?
If you want to draw the attention of the people that are not paying attention to you, you could.
Okay. So, we're taking out these people as well? All right.
Well, we have to take out the 6, and we have to take out the Hive Lord.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're
also... Sorry, because there are also other people who are close to us that are outside of the 6 and the Hive Lord.
Anything that is outside of the 6 and the Hive Lord has another job at the moment.
Okay.
That's what I have been
I
trying
think
to communicate to you guys.
So let's just worry about those 6 in the Hive Lord and hit them as hard and fast and now as we can.
Let's get as close as we can to them, just to kind of try and attempt to surprise them, I guess. Okay. and then essentially when stuff pops off, I'll turn into full angel mode.
I would like to cast Comprehend Languages,
Okay.
and I'm keeping a hand on the wall
Mm-hmm.
so I can decipher the clicking and stuff, so I
Okay.
can hear exactly where he's sending people. I realize I'm just getting a rehash of everything you've been saying for the last 15 minutes, but when that changes, I have it up for an hour so I can... Does that... Yeah?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Is that concentration?
No!
Great. Just making sure. The one thing I will tell you is that you are also hearing sort of the clicks back, that the walking stone is, they can only delay it.
The walking stone.
Yep.
The golems.
They're talking to themselves.
The Kruthiks are talking back and forth.
Right.
So the scouts are telling the Hive Lord they can't seem to damage the walking stone. They can only slow it.
Interestingly enough, I was laughing because the component for casting Comprehend Languages is soot and salt. So I've been casting it this whole fucking time.
Yeah, there you go.
Just I eat a chip.
And you said we're 90 feet up, Cody?
Yeah.
You are 20 feet up, 90 feet from the Hive Lord.
Okay.
So if you want to Pythagorean that out, you can. You're probably somewhere around, if you were on the ground floor, probably like 60 feet away, 70 feet away. If you were on the if you were on the same floor as the Hive Lord.
So I'll go up there and I'll sort of get their attention to give you guys a clear path to get down. With my flying, it might be more difficult for them to hit me out of the sky if they maybe can't see me with my ridiculously good stealth rolls.
To be clear, if you are attempting stealth and there is nothing for you to hide behind, and you are within the range of their vision, they will see you.
Oh, fully seen.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Great. I just want to make sure that the rules of stealth and what we're all doing is understood.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give everyone else a round so they can get to them without being seen.
You guys hear the tunnel beneath you, rock slides and things crashing down beneath your feet, and you also hear the heavy stone on stone battering against each other. The sounds of battle.
And with that, I'm gonna fly.
Go for it. Okay.
50 feet towards the Hive Lord and his buddies.
Okay, 50 feet towards the Hive Lord and his buddies. You are still 20 feet off the ground, and you are you move 50 feet forward. So yeah, you as you come breaking into his field of vision, I'll give you the stealth check because he is distracted.
And with the last of Pass Without a Trace, that'll be 28 total.
28. Okay. So you move 50 feet forward. I'm going to say you're probably 40-ish feet, 45 feet away from him. You're going to make an attack. Now's your opportunity.
All right, then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on one of his honor guard.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot 2 arrows.
Okay.
As soon as he attacks, can I say that I trigger my Radiant Soul?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, that's a... Where are we? That is a 16 plus 10, plus 9 for 25, and then a 9 plus 9 for 18.
Both hit the honor guard. Go ahead and roll
All
your
right.
damage. Tauroth, what did you want to do?
once Sirach took off to start getting closer, I was going to see if I can maybe try to, a bit risky, but maybe jump off the ledge to try to get close enough to be right within like normal range for that short bow to try to pop a shot off at the Hive Lord.
What's normal range for the short bow?
It would be 80.
Okay. So you're just going like down the wall, essentially.
Yeah, just kind of coasting down the wall and just pop a shot off.
Make me an acrobatics check for the controlled fall.
That's a total of 30 for the Kruthix.
Okay.
All right, that was a 13 on the die, so that's a 21 for acrobatics.
Nice. So you definitely take half damage from the fall. It's a low roll anyway. It's 2 points of fall damage. So nice and easy.
So 2 or 2 reduced to 1.
It was 4 reduced to 2. Thank you. I did it for you. Thank you for checking, though, because there will be plenty of times where I won't do that, and I'm not consistent. So, Tauroth, how far is your dark vision?
60.
You're 80 feet away. You're essentially shooting blind. You still have movement. You can move forward. And this is happening as Sirach is flying forward. This is still in that surprise, but you can't see the Hive Lord to shoot it, or any of its honor guard. Well, hold on. Yeah, I'll say there's one of his honor guard that is at 60 feet, just at the edge of your vision.
Okay, is that the one that Sirach was attacking?
Sirach, would you have gone for the closest or the one closest to the Hive Lord?
I would have gone for the one that was closest to the people who were coming up to give them more of an opportunity to approach not being seen.
So the same one.
Okay, and you said this was a surprise round, so would it be advantage on the attack, or?
They have not acted yet, so you do have advantage. So actually, let's do this the right way for 5th edition. Everybody flip initiative. Anybody below a 7? Okay, so everybody except for Saride, this round they will have the surprised condition. So you will have advantage on the attack roll. So just for simplicity, Sirach took his because he was initiating everything. The arrows have hit. They're turning. They can definitely see Sirach. The one that is closest to you, Tauroth, you're right at the edge of his vision. You do have the attack with advantage. So go ahead and make that. Then we'll do Olaroon and Treasure, whether that's the order or not. It's up to you guys. Then we'll end with Saride.
All right, that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. You do not get sneak attack, though, because you're not within 30 feet.
Oh, that's still a thing in 5e?
Mm-hmm. I'll double check, but as far as I remember, for sneak attack, you have to be within 30 feet. You can't have disadvantage. If you have advantage or you have a threatening ally in melee, you can sneak attack. But the range of stuff is still limited to 30 feet.
Yeah, I actually happen to have the rogue thing up right now. I was just kind of looking at something.
Yeah.
But
double check it.
Once per turn, deal extra damage. If you have advantage, must use a finesse or range weapon. Don't need advantage if another enemy is within 5 feet. Doesn't mention anything about 30 feet, actually.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, it just specifies ranged or finesse weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Have advantage on the attack roll, or one of your allies is within 5 feet of it, and they are not incapacitated.
Okay. You know what? go for it.
That will be 25 damage off that one arrow.
Nice. Yeah, you guys drop that particular Kruthic. No problem. Okay. Ullarun or Treasure, who would like to go?
Treasure, you can go first.
Cool. First things first, I gotta get down off this wall, right?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and use that movement to get down from the wall.
Okay. Make me an acrobatics check.
That is going to be 15 total.
Okay, yeah, that is enough. You're going to take half damage from the fall. 2d6. I roll a total of 5. You're going to take 3 points of fall damage.
And then I guess I can use a dash action to try to get closer because there's nothing I can do at this distance.
Yeah, so you get down 20 feet. So you move another 10. You're at 60. You're within 30 feet of it at the end of your dash movement.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Ullarun.
Okay, so I am in full regalia mode at this point in time.
Sure.
So I can't quite. Can I reach someone within 30 feet?
No.
Okay, then I will go ahead and use my action to dash to one of the honor guard.
Okay. So you're now 30 feet from it.
Okay, I'm now 30 feet away from the honor guard.
Yep. Oh, there was the one at the edge of. It was like you're Oh, they killed that one. So yeah, 30 feet.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hex.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Okay.
On the one nearest me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and that's all I can do for now.
All right. It's my psychic dagger range, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
That's what it is. That's why I keep thinking 30 feet. Because when I play a rogue on Storm King's Thunder, I'm like, I have to be within 30 feet. The reason I have to be within 30 feet is because if I'm further than 30 feet, I have disadvantage, and then I can't sneak attack. So, there it is. Also, that used to be the rule in like 3rd edition. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So I put those two together, and I was like, that's the way it is. Okay. Kruthics can see you guys when you get within 60 feet of them. They have dark vision up to 60 feet. So those of you, that's everybody but Sarayat at this point. Those of you on the ground, also the tremor sense. They can definitely take advantage of that. So the honor guard is going to go first. One of them is going to stay near the the Hive Lord's running to attack anyway. So what is their speed? 40. Okay. Three of the adult Kruthics are within range to run to Treasure. So they're going to run, and they're going to attack her with their advantage attacks. Let's do that first. Go for Pactics. So that is first guy with advantage. One is a natural 20, the other is a 21. So that's a total of 18 points of damage for the first guy, Treasure. second one, the higher is a modified 20. That should hit. The other misses. So that's another 6 points of damage. And the last guy, 16 and 18. Does 16 hit? I don't think it should.
16 does not. 18 just hits.
Just hits. Okay, so 6 more points of damage. I believe it's a total of 30 points of damage. Yeah, 18 plus 6 plus 6. So total for the
Yes,
round
correct.
on 30. Awesome. So there are those three Kruthiks. The Hive Lord is going to come moving towards you guys. He's going to look up, see Sirach and Olaroon. Olaroon flew 60 feet. Sirach, you flew 50 feet. You guys are roughly within 10 feet of each other. And you're about 20 feet off the ground. And a Kruthik has a large status, so its height is in that second thing. So if I'm doing cubes, 1 is at 15, 2 is at 20, 3 is at 25. So, great. With its acid spray, it's going to spray a 15-foot cone up at both Olaroon and Sirach. I believe it would be able to catch both of you. Dexterity saving throws, DC 14, please.
19.
19.
14 on the dot,
14
baby.
on the dot. All right. Nice.
It was real close there. It was doing the whole like.
Hey, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. So that is 22 points of acid damage halved to 11. Okay. The two honor guards that are with the Hive Lord come over, and they are going to then each spit 2 spikes at Olaroon and at Sirach. They can't quite get to Tauroth on the edge there. And you guys make bigger targets. One of you is glowing, one of you is, you're both flying. So, but they have no advantage for this because they're ranged attacks. No bodies near them. So, 2 attacks on Olaroon. As the spikes come hurling out at you, the lower one definitely misses. The higher one is a 22. That should hit for 7 points of damage.
Okay. Can I use Heavenly Rebuke on that one?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Because they have to be within 60 feet of me.
They are within 60 feet of you.
Okay, then I need to make a Dex saving throw, DC 16.
Natural 17 plus 3 for 20.
Okay.
They'll take half
so
fire.
They take half. So half of 9. I never roll well for this.
Oh, this is radiant also. But
Yeah, radiant
either
damage.
way, there's a bright flash in this blackened tunnel, and all of you instinctually shield your eyes, knowing that Olaroon has gotten flashy. 2 spikes thrown, spit, and exactly what you just did there, Sirach. They go whizzing past you. The higher one is a 12. So,
Nice.
yep. That I believe is all of my Kruthiks.
So
Right.
I'm sorry, that was 7 points of damage you said?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, their spines do, oddly, 1 more point of damage. They are more dexterous than they are strong, which is silly, but
You
yeah.
didn't design the creature?
I didn't. If I designed a creature that was more dexterous than strong, they would be fighting with their dexterity a lot more. A to Z monstrosities. To ride.
I'm using my movement to get up 30 feet.
Okay.
And bonus action.
Are you so,
inspiration?
so
Yeah.
you're going 30 feet like onto the ground floor because that's the only way to really go forward.
Yeah, that's the only way I can go.
Yeah. So make the acrobatics check, please.
These new dice are really pretty, but they're not rolling good.
Ooh.
Except for that one, dirty 20.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
Half damage. I rolled 6 on the 2d6. You take 3 on the
I'm
fall.
out. I'm kidding. Oh my god, though.
I'm kidding, but also I'm bloodied.
So I move up.
You do.
Mantle of Inspiration, 8 temp for everybody.
Okay.
You can use your reaction to move if you want. Am I close to treasure?
You are 30 feet away from her.
Okay. I healing word her.
Okay. What level?
1.
Okay. Is anybody using their reaction to move?
I'm going to move as close to the king guy as I possibly can.
Okay.
I hate to be that guy. Isn't Heavenly Rebuke a reaction?
It is. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
right. Thanks.
Anybody else moving?
I will try to move up closer, so I'm not like right next to treasure, but I'm kind of on like the same line.
How
So kind of
far
going
away from treasure do you want to be?
Maybe about 5-10 feet.
I think the closest you can get. She moved 60. You moved 10. The closest you can get is
20 feet.
20 feet. Yeah, 20 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
That works.
Yeah, awesome. All right, just making sure. On a 5, you guys hear the rumbling of rocks behind you as the wall begins to be battered, stone against stone, and an echo crying out through the central hive. New round.
Can we say that I'm actually flipping decently for initiative today
You are.
for the first time in who knows how long?
My bad guys are on an 8, so you guys all go before me. Right? I think so. Yeah.
Since Treasure and I are both on an ace, I actually want her to go first.
Go for it. Treasure.
Okay, Tauroth, it's me and my shadow. I'll try to give him some cover since I got 3 dance partners, but I want to make sure that he's got the room to take advantage of the fact that I have 3 dance partners.
Okay. Nicely done. So you sort of shift around, you're moving, you're making sure that you see Tauroth coming up behind you. You're interposing your large golden tiefling frame as these devil horses whinny and neigh and rear up and try to
Yeah, do that.
mantis stab you.
Let's giving him that open room though. I'm gonna go ahead and take my 2 slashes.
Okay.
And one of them is a 19 and the other is a 15.
19 hits, 15 pings off of the thick shell, and it's got sort of that gooey sound in it right now. It's just sort of...
Treasure don't roll 1s. Or 2s. That is going to be... No, it's not going to be 12 total because her strength is up.
Yep.
So 8. So it's going to be 14
Okay.
on that one. And she's going to activate her action surge.
Action surge. Let's do it.
Because, I mean, I got that many of them on me, may as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be dirty 20.
Okay. Hits.
And an 18 plus the 9, so I'm pretty sure that hits too.
That'll definitely hit. Yeah, and you're still focusing on the same target, right? Or are you switching target with the action? No, you're focus firing.
No.
Good.
I'm focus firing.
Okay.
That's going to be 9 plus 6, so 15.
Okay.
And another 14.
And another 14. So on that third big chop, just the mightiest hack, the blade comes carving in and does finally sort of behead or bisect this this Kruthic, as only one of those chops didn't quite have the crunch to it, but the rest of them is enough to he's out. That Kruthic honor guard is out.
2 down.
And she's going to just kind of shift to prep to give Tauroth room to come in.
Nice. Okay. Tauroth.
All right, and just like that, as soon as the first one drops, I'm just gonna blitz in under her swing and just come around and just try to swipe at the next one.
All right, let's do it.
It would help if it landed in the rolling tray. That is an 18.
Barely hits, but it does.
And since Treasure is dancing with this one, let me get my sneak attack dice here. So 21 points of damage on the next one.
Okay, nice. It's bloodied.
And bonus action, just try to swing the other end around just to finish that circuit.
Okay.
Ah, that's gonna miss.
So the first quick cut is awesome. It sort of cuts into the legs. It sort of spirals out. The guy has to rear up onto those weird hind legs, but it's able to keep its balance. You can see the blood pouring from the wound, the thick smell filling your nostrils. Who is up next after King? Saride.
So I've moved up 30 feet. The dudes are 60 feet from me.
Yes.
Can I get behind them if I bamf 60 feet, or would I get in front of them?
You would be like in the midst of them. But they moved a little bit towards you. You actually can teleport behind them because they all moved in your direction.
Bonus action, step of the Fae.
Okay.
To behind them.
Okay.
So it's a 30-foot cone in front of me.
Okay.
Whoever I can get in that.
30-foot cone in front of you? Yeah, I mean, you should be able to get all of them. Maybe, I'm gonna say definitely the Lord is to, yeah, we'll give all of them. Yeah.
I need a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes. Maybe 5. So the Hive Lord has a 17. And then only one other one has a 16. The other 3 are below 10.
Okay, those 3 are afraid of me.
Okay, nice. I'll say that those are the 3. 2 of them right around Treasure, and the undamaged one that is next to the Hive Lord.
So, if they fail,
yep,
we have to drop whatever they're holding.
Okay.
So my friends, and they have to dash.
Oh, they have to dash away from you?
While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move.
On its turn.
If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight, the creature can make a wisdom save.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, they're on their turn. Remind me of that. They should go scattered and running.
Cool.
Awesome. Okay. After Saride, was there anything else you wanted to do, Saride?
No, I've already said my piece to Thozen because I'm now stuck by a Hive Lord that isn't afraid of me, so...
Saride... Sirach, what was your card?
I was what was that? I was on a 10.
On a 10.
Both at a 10.
You're
Sirach,
both on
you're
a
up
10?
next.
So, hold on. On a jack, the stones rumble once more.
Okay.
They don't give way just yet. Sirach.
I'm going to bonus action move my Hunter's Mark over onto the Hive Lord.
Okay.
And I'm going to diagonal up 5 feet, so up 5 and back 5.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to hit him twice with my bow and arrow.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, 18 for 27 and a natural 20.
The 18 misses. The Hive Lord has thicker armor.
No, it's 18 plus 9 for
27. I apologize. I thought those were two different attacks. 27 definitely hits. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
armor,
18 plus 9.
Armor on the Hive Lord is a 20. But yes, hits. Please roll your damage.
And then a natural 20. So natural 20. Okay, so let's do the first one first.
Okay.
All right, so the first one's going to be 8 damage.
Okay, nice.
Then the second one, the second one is going to be a D8 plus a D6
14.
for 14 plus my 4 for 18. And then I rolled another 4 and 3, so another 7, so that's 25.
That is 25. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 8 plus 25 for a total of 33.
Total of 33. Nice.
And I just try to grab attention. I'm just like, look at me!
And he is looking at you and clicking loudly. Clack, 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 clack. All right.
Clicky, clacky, clicky, clacky.
On.
Take notes, Olaroon. There's the screaming.
On.
There it is.
There it is. You've seen it. You've heard it now. Right here, folks. On Bad Guy's turn. So, 3 of them must
Wait, no,
flee.
I didn't go. I
apologize, Olaroon. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
So there is. I can reach the Hive King.
Yes.
Then I will fly over to them.
Okay.
Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And now I attempt to hit it really hard.
Okay.
Let me make sure that I mark off Hexblade's Curse as used, because I've got 87 million things to do on a regular basis. That's a natural 20, baby!
Yeah.
2 in a row!
So that is, so that's, 8 plus 1d, let's see. Hold on, because it had to, it's evidently D&D Beyond now does this thing where it automatically rolls for you. That's really weird. So that's, so I rolled a 7, on the extra dice, so that's 15.
Okay.
Plus another 8, which is another, which is what,
23.
23, thank you. Plus 7, which makes it 30. because I'm all holy. Plus another 3 because of Hexblade's curse, so 33.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw on a Divine Smite onto that.
Okay.
Because why don't I at this point in time?
Yeah,
We're getting
go for it.
egregious. So that's a 3rd level Divine Smite. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 D8.
Okay. Roll them. Those
yeah,
don't,
I'm
nothing
rolling
gets
all of
maxed
them.
on those. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll all those.
I'm just gonna sit there and say 10d8 like that's a normal thing to say.
So throw on another 56 points of damage
Okay.
onto that. So I think I just did, what, 80, 90 something points of damage?
Yeah, absolutely. So that the Hive Lord is down. It hits the ground and sort of its blood splatters everywhere, and you hear this loud sort of clicking cry from the honor guards that are still up, and it gets echoed back among the populace that is not here but in the tunnels. Right. Anything else, Olorun?
I have a second attack.
Go for it.
Can I reach anything from here?
Yeah,
Or did it take all my
there was one guy near the honor guard, so yeah, you can reach him.
Yeah, then I guess I'm gonna attack him too.
Go for it.
I forgot. I killed the guy. I gained 10 points of HP because he died from my Hexblade's curse.
There you go.
Look at Hexblade working for me. I love it. So I'm going to attack the other guy.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay. Oof. That's 9 plus 10. 9 plus 7. 16 points of damage.
Okay. Nice. Anything else?
Oh no, that does it.
Okay. So with that, there's only one remaining Kruthic that is not scared of Saride. So they must dash away. I believe the two of them were... So Treasure and Tauroth, you guys can make attacks of opportunity if you would like, because it's not forced movement. They're using it on their turn. So...
Absolutely.
Delighted to.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Say 19.
Nice. No sneak attack. You can only sneak attack once per turn, but you still get the damage.
That is still going to be 12 damage.
Nice.
And 14 on my end.
14. Okay. They are all damaged at this point. Olorun, you can use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity on this honor guard that you just hit, as it is one that is scared and moving.
I will do that.
Okay, do it.
Ooh, that probably doesn't hit. That's an 11.
That misses. Yep. Okay, and those three go running out of the room. They don't quite make it to their tunnels, but they are going to dash away. Oh, 80 feet. So they're we'll say on the precipice of getting into their tunnels. Not quite out of vision of Saride. But their dark vision only extends 60 feet. And their tremor sense. So once they get beyond that, they can't see her. So they'll make their wisdom saves. I'm trying to use darkness and dark vision more the way it's written, as opposed to like, oh, you have dark vision, you can see as far as you would normally be able to see. I still want fighting in the dark to have its own feel to it, right? One of them definitely fails on the 2. The others are an 11 and a 13. Plus 1. Nope. So yeah, 14's the highest. Yeah, didn't think so. So they will continue to run and continue to try to save. The one that is still around is going to attack Olaroon, because you are right there, and you killed his boss. Higher one is a 22. That is 6 points of damage.
You said 6 points?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And I believe that gets us to new round. Okay. My first thing's on a queen, my last thing is on a 6, so I will go after Olaroon and then at the very end. So, Olaroon.
So I am going to hit the thing that attacked me.
Yes, you are. Do it.
That's rude.
Yeah, well, you killed his boss.
Yeah, that's fair. 17?
17 misses.
Okay.
Its armor's better than that. Come on, Olaroon.
Then I'm going to go ahead and swing a second time.
Yay.
And that's an 18.
18 does hit, just barely.
Hey, there it is.
There
That's
you go.
what we need. So that is 14 plus 7, 21 points of damage.
14 plus 7, 21 points of damage. That guy is out. Yeah, another heavy cleave from the blade weapon of Olaroon beaming with light does cut through him.
Can I see the one that I hexed a while back? Are they still there or are they dead?
No, they dashed away. But do your wings cast light?
So I don't think they cast light. They do say that
They spread light. 20 feet usually. Another 20 beyond that.
It doesn't say. It just says I glean glimmering eyes and 2 incorporeal wings. It doesn't say anything about radiating light.
So no. So they are beyond your vision.
Okay, so I have no idea where they are. That's cool.
Yeah. You saw them run away. They got outside of the range of your dark vision, and that was it.
Are there any more enemies around me?
Not in visual range. No.
Okay. Then I guess I will attempt to ready myself for whatever is causing this rumbling in the earth.
Okay.
Floating off the ground, just to clarify.
Yeah.
I'm not
you.
not trying to get caught by this thing.
Okay. On a queen, the rocks crumble in, and the sounds of stone begin to scrape against each other. You guys hear it first. It began coming through that tunnel outside of your vision, outside of the visual range of your dark vision, and it seems to be purely dashing, just moving. It is a large stone golem. Its visage is very mechanical. It's clearly from the biomancer's lab. 6 fingers on each hand, and tied around its not tied, but being dragged on a stone slab, as though by a net, like a fishing net, is kind of what it's pulling it on, is a large cocoon that this stone golem is walking towards the center of this chamber. It has a speed of 30 feet. It is dashing, but it moves about 50 feet into the room. I'll give it 40 feet into the room. So it's about 10 feet within the field of most of your ranges. You guys are between 30 and 40 feet away from it, depending on where you guys were. That's right, you're a little further away because you teleported a little further back. That's its turn. Who's up next? Sirach.
So I'm kind of gonna hold my position and I'm gonna hold an attack to see what it does.
Okay.
And is this guy? He's a golem. He's not considered an elemental.
Nope, he's a golem.
Thank you.
Who's next?
I think it's Treasure and I on a 9.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Do you want to go first?
You guys look. You see this golem coming in. You sort of are checking out, seeing what your friends are doing. Sirach's knocked an arrow. He's got it like quarter pulled, not enough so that his muscles are straining, but he's got another arrow holding the bow in the same hand, like the rapid reload shot, ready to go. That's the information you guys have.
Wasn't there something about a cocoon that we were told about before?
The Kruthic Lord. He sits on a cocoon, but like that's how he.
If you want to use a bonus action for history check to remember it, you can. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it was relatively recently. It is tied to the Kruthic Lord. When a regular Kruthic becomes a lord, they cocoon up, and then they keep their cocoon as like a throne. And you can see.
Is this a full cocoon, or is this just the throne?
No. So the throne cocoon is already there. So this is different. This is new.
This is a new Hive Lord.
Well, you don't. One could assume being dragged by a stone golem.
Squash the bug.
Squash the bug.
Ladies first.
How close is he to me?
I'll give you 30 feet. Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do something about just squishing that cocoon before it gets any bigger, further, or hatches.
Okay. You're going to the cocoon?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, go for it. And to get to the cocoon, you're going to run past the stone golem.
That's fair. He's probably gonna get his attack of opportunity on me.
If you run past him, he will.
May as well, yeah.
Okay, go for it. He is going to slam into you. He's going to miss. Go for it.
Perfect. My first swing is a 15, and my second one was a nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, roll damage. You can roll damage on both.
Okay, so let's do the 15 first.
Total of 15.
Total of 15, yeah.
Sorry, AC on the cocoon is 18. I apologize.
18, okay.
Yeah.
So then let's do the nat 20.
Yes, that.
Which I would take, let's see, max damage on the first, so that would be
12.
12 plus the 9.
Oh, you rolled 9. Yeah, 21. Plus 6 for your strength. So 27.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so you cut into the cocoon. A liquid sac, as your blade cleaves into it, sort of pours out a thin. It's not the blood, but it smells a little more basic, a little more oily, a little more viscous. So that sort of starts to pour out of it. You're standing on this stone slab. The stone golem sort of had reared back over your head as you went to cut it. Tauroth.
And pretty much as Treasure runs in, if she kind of cuts to the left, I'll just kind of cut to the right to get around and just bringing that blade around to just double slice of that cocoon.
Okay. Go for it.
That first one's going to miss. The second one is also going to miss.
Okay. Tauroth, you come up and it looks more fleshy. You're not expecting it to be as like hard and dense. It's sort of pulsing a little bit, and when you cut it's just surface. Right underneath is those hard shells And you're like, oh, fuck, if I had known, maybe. I think Saride is last up. Saride.
How is everyone looking health-wise?
Everybody looks good?
Treasure?
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 67, I am looking all right, yes.
Okay. I'm going to move up so I'm a little bit closer to everybody.
Okay.
So I can get everyone within 60 feet if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And then the golem.
Yeah.
Have I heard it talking?
No.
Well, it just needs to be able to hear me. I'm going to viciously mock it.
Okay, go for it. It is resistant to magic. It has advantage. Natural 17 with a 0 on wisdom, so 17.
Cool. I don't really know how to mock a piece of stone anyway, so.
Yeah. You do it to me all the time.
See, I was gonna say it, but that just felt cruel.
But
You're okay.
You basalt bastard. Sorry.
People have watched us play Diablo. They know how this goes.
You don't play right. That's
You
not my
don't
fault.
play
Okay.
right. Okay. New round.
Cody,
Yeah. Oh yes. Sirach,
before new round.
you had prepared attacks. You may take them if you would like.
Yeah,
Go
if
for it.
everyone, like, I was like, let's see what happens, and then everyone attacked.
They,
so
they started
I
crushing
will
the cocoon.
I will do 2 arrows at the cocoon.
Okay.
That's a 26
Mm-hmm.
and a 14.
14 misses. 26 hits.
Yeah. That'll be 7 plus 5 for 12 plus 4, 16 damage.
16 damage. Nice. Yeah, more liquid starts to pour out of the cocoon. Part of it's starting to like peel open. It's gross. It smells awful. New round. I'm on a 9. You guys are up first. Go for it.
We say that our flipping for initiative this game has made it very. This has finally helped us.
Yep. Okay, who's up first? Saride, go for it.
Does he have any weapons?
The golem? No.
All right, vicious mockery again.
Okay, go for it. Natural 17 again. I rolled a 4 and 17 on both, but I switched dice, so. There.
Oh, fuck! I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting I have stupid magic missile. All right, that's it.
Okay. Who is up next? Or bonus action?
Nope.
Okay, Tauroth.
All right, last first, same as the first. See if I can
Okay.
put him in a hearse now.
Do it.
2 attacks on him.
Yeah.
That is cocked. Okay, so the first hit is a natural 18 plus 8, and the second hit is a natural 15, so both are going to hit.
Okay. Roll me damage on the first. It's not, don't count it as sneak attack because it's more of an object than it is an entity right now. The cocoon itself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Because since it's the cocoon, would it be more like a construct or something?
Yeah, it's more like hitting a wall or hitting a vase or something like that. Yeah, it's more like an object.
All right, that first hit is going to be 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, so the cocoon had 50 hit points. That pushes you guys over the top with 54. As Tauroth's scimitar. Thank you. I appreciate it. Comes cutting through. It sort of peels open like this disgusting flower. One of these leaves sort of flops down and out, and spilling out in and amongst this this muck, still its mouth and nose covered, is a Kruthic Hive Lord or something approximating one. You can see the thick chitinous shell on its back, but instead of the purely stabbing appendages, the almost they're praying mantis like, but just pure spears, right? That's what these things have for legs, horse legs and arms. They walk on all fours. This one looks distinctly humanoid by comparison. That it is the armor of that sort of covers over its a hand, a sort of bluish hand. Its nails undone, all of the heavy armor and shell sort of on its back. Imagine like a Lion King puppet, but like a bug shell on its back, essentially, sort of, but molded in. It's all one entity, and you can tell that these biomancers have concocted their own version of a Kruthic Hive Lord that they could ostensibly speak to or control or something along those lines. You see it sort of pulse and try to break free. It apparently had not finished gestating or freeing itself. That is it for Tauroth's turn. Who is up next?
I think it's me.
Sorry, Tauroth, you had more to go. Go ahead. I apologize.
Yeah, because that was the first attack, and he told me not to roll the second one just yet. So would the second one go into that creature, or would the second one just still be on the cocoon?
You can put it in that creature if you want.
Okay.
What do you want to target with the second attack? There doesn't seem to be any purpose to dealing more damage to the cocoon. I can tell you that. If you'd like to attack the creature that is on the ground, you may, or you can attack the golem. Those are really your options at this point.
Well, we already took out one king. I might as well go for his replacement.
There you go. Okay.
So should I re-roll the attack then?
What was the roll?
The first one was like a natural 18. The second was a natural 15. So the second hit would have been a 23.
If it's over 18, you're good to go.
And still no sneak attack on this one?
If you want to, go for it. Sure. This thing looks like it has anatomy, so you can at least try to sneak attack it.
I'm gonna aim for what I'm guessing its throat is.
Sure, go for it.
That's 18.
Yeah. More than enough. I mean, this thing, you don't think it was ever truly alive. It hadn't really woken up or activated yet, but as in a coup de grace, the final bit of whatever this weird hybrid monstrosity is or was, blood continues to pour out. You can see the stone golem sort of looking, and its eyes light up. I'd like everybody to make me wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
14.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Four.
Okay. You can see the eyes of this stone golem mirror the Ectorius stones that you all found in the brain chips on the bullets. They seem to have some sort of enhancing effect on its magical ability to cast slow. Those of you that failed are essentially under the conditions of that spell. With its charge bashed, right? It starts walking back home, essentially, dragging its stone slab with it. And that is where we're going to end for the evening. You guys are slowed. You can't, unless Sirach really wants to chase down and fight a stone golem, which you can. I don't want to take that away from you.
Come at me, you vessels! All right, yeah, no. We're, no. I'm not gonna take him on alone.
That's fine. Everyone else has no reaction. Speed is halved. Can't take more than one attack on its turn. In addition, the target action or bonus action, not both. They last for a minute. Like it casts slow, so it's enough for it to be like, all right, I'm leaving. Everybody stop. Just walked all this way for nothing.
I'm just gonna slowly give the golem a sign as it's walking away.
Good. Good game, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys were kicking ass. You guys are powerful characters. So I look forward to finding more challenging things for you guys to do in the future. I hope you liked the Kruthic Lord twist there towards the end. It is late. We ran a little late, so we're gonna say goodnight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time. But until then, be cool.